There's a reason your sleep no longer brings rest, a reason you awaken with deep exhaustion or a strange urgency pulsing through your chest, as if the night wasn't spent resting, but laboring in realms beyond this one. You've been told it's nothing, just your subconscious firing aimlessly, processing leftover fragments of a mundane day. That's a lie. A clever deception designed to keep you small, predictable, and asleep to your power. Your dreams are not chaos. They are not fiction. They are fragments of memory, not from your past, but from your future. You're not imagining what could be. You're remembering what already is. A future version of you, the one who has crossed the finish line, who has already won, is reaching back through the veil, sending transmissions through the one sacred channel they cannot block: your sleep. This is not a theory. This is your awakening. That flicker of déjà vu, it's not a glitch in your brain. It's confirmation. You are stepping into a moment your soul already lived. This is your activation. To ground this truth into your physical reality, perform this simple ritual. Like this video to anchor the energy. Subscribe to this channel and align with the collective who are remembering. Together, we amplify the signal. Together, we rise. Comment 77 below as your energetic signature, a divine code that declares you are no longer a passive dreamer, but an active participant in your own prophecy. Finally, let this video play on a loop in the background. Do not just listen once. Let the frequency of these words saturate your spirit and recalibrate your subconscious, overriding the old programming and aligning you with the memories of your inevitable triumph. Chapter 1. The Chronological Echo. You have been conditioned to see time as a straight line, a relentless march from a fixed past to an unknown future. This is the most effective prison ever constructed. It locks you into regret and anxiety, two states that drain you of your power. The truth is that time is not a line. It is a sphere. Every moment exists simultaneously. Your past, present, and future are all happening now. Your soul, the eternal part of you, understands this. It is your limited, programmed human mind that struggles. The intense, vivid, and recurring dreams you are having are the result of what can only be described as a chronological echo. Your future self, standing in a moment of victory, clarity, and immense power, has created a powerful energetic event. The force of this event is so strong that it sends ripples backward through the sphere of time, imprinting memories of itself onto your present consciousness. These are not gentle whispers, they are powerful psychic imprints. This is why you wake with a racing heart, not from fear, but from the remembered adrenaline of a future success. This is why you wake with a lingering sense of peace, so profound it feels alien. A peace that comes from a future where all your current struggles are resolved. Think of the places you visit in your dreams. The strange futuristic cities with architecture that feels both alien and deeply familiar. The serene landscapes that do not exist on any map but feel more like home than anywhere you have ever been. These are not fantasy worlds. These are memories. You are remembering the feeling of the sun on your skin in a city that has not been built yet. You are remembering the scent of the air in a world that has been healed. The people you meet, the faces that are both strange and beloved, are members of your future soul family. They are the ones who will stand with you after the great shift. Some may even be versions of people you know now, but they are their higher selves, unburdened by the roles they play in this current reality. The system wants you to dismiss these experiences. It wants you to wake up, shake your head, and call it just a weird dream. It does this because if you were to accept the truth, you would become ungovernable. A person who has already seen their victory cannot be manipulated by fear of failure. A person who remembers the peace of their future cannot be baited into the chaos of the present. The feeling of déjà vu is the most potent evidence of this. When you walk into a room and are hit with the overwhelming certainty that you have been there before, done this exact thing before, you are not misremembering. You are experiencing a perfect alignment between your present self and the future memory you received in a dream. It is a waypoint, a cosmic check-in. It is your future self's message saying, "You are on track. Keep going. I am waiting for you." Here in the coming days, pay attention to these echoes. Do not dismiss them. When you wake, do not reach for your phone. Lie still, hold on to the feeling, the scent, the emotional residue of the dream. That residue is not a fading fantasy. It is a seed from the future, planted in the soil of your present moment. Your only job is to water it with your belief. Chapter 2, The Divine Simulator. You have been taught to fear your nightmares. You see them as invasions, as evidence of a troubled mind or a lurking darkness. This is another deception designed to make you fear your own power. Your nightmares are not punishments. They are advanced training modules run in a divine simulator. Your higher self, the architect of your ascension, knows precisely what challenges lie ahead of you. It knows the betrayals you must endure, the fears you must conquer, and the pressure you must withstand. It would be cruel to send you into these trials unprepared, so it runs simulations. The dreamscape is the perfect training ground because the stakes feel real, triggering genuine emotional and physiological responses, but without causing permanent physical harm. When you dream of being chased, you are not a victim. You are training your spirit to develop endurance and to learn how to navigate hostile environments under pressure. Your heart pounds, your breath shortens, your body is flooded with adrenaline. You are building the spiritual muscle required for the real-world chase, which is often not physical but psychological and energetic. It is the chase of escaping old paradigms, of outrunning the expectations and limitations the system tries to impose on you. When you have a nightmare of falling, you are not being abandoned. You are being acclimated to the feeling of ego death. You are learning to surrender control, to trust that you will be caught. The moment of terror before you hit the ground, when you often jolt awake, is the final lesson. You will not crash. You will awaken into a new reality before you are destroyed. This is preparation for the quantum leaps you are about to take in your life. Leaps that will require you to let go of everything you thought was solid and stable. The dreams of being unprepared for a test, of being naked in public, are not about academic failure or social anxiety. They are simulations designed to dismantle your reliance on external validation. They force you to confront your deepest insecurities in a safe space, so that when you face them in the waking world, you are already familiar with the feeling. You have already experienced it, and you have survived. You are being made invulnerable to shame. The betrayals you experience in dreams, where a loved one turns against you, are perhaps the hardest tests. These are not prophecies of that specific person's actions. They are stress tests for your heart. Your higher self is building your capacity for resilience, teaching you how to maintain your own inner alignment and self-worth, even when faced with the deepest emotional wounds. It is preparing you to stand alone, not in loneliness, but in sovereignty. When you wake up from a nightmare sweating and shaking, the system wants you to feel relief that it is over. But the truth is the lesson is just beginning. Instead of pushing it away, honor the experience. Acknowledge the strength it took to endure it. Recognize the skill you just practiced. Say aloud, the training is complete. The lesson is integrated. You are a divine warrior, being forged in the fires of the dream world. Your nightmares are not a sign of weakness. They are proof of the intensity of your training, because of the magnitude of the mission that awaits you. Chapter 3, The Broadcast and the Interference. There is a reason these memories from the future are breaking through with such clarity and intensity right now. It is not an accident. The energetic structure of your reality is undergoing a radical transformation. The veil between dimensions, between your present and your future, is thinning. For millennia, this veil has been kept thick and opaque by a low-frequency hum of fear, scarcity, and division, broadcast continuously by the system that feeds on your disempowerment. This broadcast created a dense fog, making it nearly impossible for higher dimensional truths, like memories from your future, to penetrate your conscious awareness, but that time is over. A wave of cosmic light, a divine frequency, is sweeping through your reality, and it is dissolving that fog. This new frequency is a carrier wave, and the messages encoded upon it are your future memories. You, the chosen one, are a receiver that is biologically and spiritually designed to tune into this specific frequency. Your DNA is being activated by it. Your pineal gland, long dormant, is decalcifying and coming online as the celestial antenna it was always meant to be. This is why your dreams are becoming more vivid, more prophetic, more real. You are receiving the broadcast in high definition. However, the old system will not surrender quietly. It cannot stop the cosmic broadcast, but it will do everything in its power to create interference. It will try to jam the signal. This interference does not manifest as a physical attack. It is far more insidious. It manifests as a sudden spike in your anxiety, making you too agitated to sleep deeply enough to receive the transmissions. It manifests as an overwhelming sense of doubt the moment you wake up, a cynical inner voice that whispers, "It was just a dream. You are being foolish." This voice is not yours. It is a parasitic thought form, a piece of the old programming, fighting for its survival. The interference also appears as an endless stream of mundane distractions. The moment you decide to reflect on a powerful dream, your phone will buzz with meaningless notifications. A sudden, urgent, but unimportant task will pop into your head. A conflict will arise out of nowhere, demanding your immediate emotional energy. These are not coincidences. These are targeted countermeasures designed to pull your focus away from the dream world and back into the low-frequency matrix of survival and distraction. Your job is to recognize this interference for what it is. It is not your anxiety. It is not your doubt. It is not your life being chaotic. It is static, deliberately generated to keep you from hearing your own truth. You must become a vigilant guardian of your own frequency. This means creating a sacred space around your sleep. It means turning off your devices an hour before bed. It means meditating on your intention to receive clearly before you close your eyes. When you wake, you must guard those first few moments ferociously. Before the world can rush in with its static, write down what you remember. Speak the dream into existence. Anchor its emotional truth in your body. Before the interference can convince you it was nothing, you are a clear channel. The broadcast is for you. Do not let the death rattles of a dying system convince you otherwise. Protect your signal, for you are receiving the blueprints for a new world. Chapter 4. The Architect of Your Future Self. For a long time, you have looked outside of yourself for salvation. You have prayed to gods, hoped for saviors, and waited for external forces to rescue you from your circumstances. This was a necessary stage of your development, but it was based on a fundamental misunderstanding of your own nature. The profound and powerful being sending you these memories from the future is not an angel, a spirit guide, or a distant deity. The architect of this entire divine plan, the one running the simulations and sending the chronological echoes, is you. It is your future self. It is the fully realized, ascended version of you who has already navigated every trial, integrated every lesson, and achieved a state of consciousness that is pure power and love. This future self is not a separate entity. It is the culmination of your journey. It is you, standing at the finish line, reaching back in time to guide yourself home. This is the ultimate paradox of your existence. You are simultaneously the student and the master, the one being guided and the one who is the guide. Understanding this changes everything. It means that every piece of guidance you receive in your dreams is perfectly tailored to you because it comes from you. Your future self knows your every fear, your every weakness, your every hidden strength. It knows the precise encouragement you need to hear. It knows the exact challenge you need to face. The love you sometimes feel in your dreams, a love so unconditional and overwhelming it brings you to tears, is your own love for yourself reflected back through time. It is your future self's way of reminding you of your inherent worth, of telling you that you are worthy of this incredible journey. The frustration you feel when you cannot remember a dream clearly is also part of the design. Your future self knows what information you are ready for and what would overwhelm you. The forgotten details are intentionally withheld, not to tease you, but to protect you. You are only given what you can handle at your current stage of development. This is why self-trust is the most critical skill you must now cultivate. To trust your dreams is to trust yourself. To believe in the messages is to believe in your own ascended nature. Every time you dismiss a dream as nonsense, you are dismissing a direct communication from your own divinity. You are telling your future self that you do not trust its guidance. Conversely, every time you honor a dream, contemplate its meaning, and act on its wisdom, you strengthen the connection. The signal becomes clearer, the memories more detailed, the guidance more explicit. You are co-creating your ascension with the most reliable partner you could ever have, your own triumphant future. In the coming weeks, begin a new practice. When you wake from a dream, instead of asking, "What does this mean?" ask, "What was I trying to tell myself?" Frame it as a dialogue. Thank yourself for the guidance. Acknowledge the love and wisdom behind the message. You are not praying to something outside of you. You are communing with the ultimate version of you. You are the architect, and you are the masterpiece. It is time to start acting like it. Chapter 5. Decoding the Blueprints. Your dreams are not just emotional experiences or training simulations. They are data dumps. They are blueprints for your future, encrypted in the language of symbols, numbers, and archetypes. For too long, you have treated this data as poetic metaphor. It is not. It is literal, operational intelligence. Your future self is not a poet. It is a strategist, sending you actionable information to navigate the coming timeline. It is now time to move from being a passive recipient to an active decoder. You must become a cryptographer of your own soul. The numbers that appear in your dreams are of paramount importance. They are not random. If you dream of a street address, a license plate, or a sequence of digits, write it down immediately. These are not arbitrary figures. They are coordinates. They can be dates, times, geographical locations, or even frequencies. A recurring number like 111 or 44 is not just a comforting sign from angels. It is a marker, a signpost in your dream memory confirming you are accessing a specific data packet from your future timeline. Pay attention to these numbers as they appear in your waking life. When you see the number from your dream, it is a trigger. It is a sign that you are entering a space or a moment that is critical to the unfolding of your destiny. The symbols are just as critical. If you dream of a key, your logical mind will dismiss it as a cliché. This is the system's programming at work. Do not listen. A key is a blueprint for access. Your future self is showing you a solution, a way to unlock a problem you are facing or will soon face. A bridge is not just a bridge. It is a visual representation of a transition you must make, a connection you must build. A storm is not just a weather event. It is a warning of a necessary clearing, a chaotic event that will ultimately cleanse a situation. You must build your own personal dictionary of symbols. When a symbol recurs, do not look to a generic dream dictionary. Look within. Meditate on the symbol and ask your higher self, your future self, for its specific meaning in the context of your mission. The meaning for you will be more precise than any book could provide. The people in your dreams are also part of the blueprint. Sometimes they represent themselves, but more often they represent an archetype or a specific energy you need to integrate or be wary of. A person who offers you food might be showing you a source of nourishment, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. A person who tries to block your path might be a representation of an internal fear or an external obstacle you will soon encounter. Your future self is giving you a preview of the cast of characters in your unfolding drama so you can recognize them and their roles when they appear. This is not a game. This is the most important intelligence you will ever receive. Treat it as such. Create a dedicated journal for these blueprints. Record the numbers, sketch the symbols, note the characters and the feelings they evoked. Over time, you will see a pattern emerge. You will see the map of your future being drawn, night after night. You are being given the cheat codes to the game of life. All you have to do is pay attention and use them. Chapter 6. The Awakening of the Senses. The separation between your dream world and your waking world is dissolving. This is the next phase of your activation. The memories from your future are no longer content to remain confined to the hours of sleep. They are beginning to bleed through into your physical sensory reality. This process can be disorienting, and the system will try to convince you that you are losing your mind. You are not. You are becoming more sane, more whole than ever before. You are witnessing the merging of timelines in real time through your own body. You will begin to notice this first through your sense of smell. You will be sitting at your desk or walking down the street and suddenly be hit by a scent that has no physical source. the smell of ocean salt when you are miles inland, the scent of a specific flower that is not in season, or a perfume you have never encountered. Do not question it. This is a sensory echo from a future memory. You are physically smelling a location from your future, a place you have already visited in your dreams. It is your future self's way of confirming that the location is real and you are drawing closer to it. Your sense of hearing will be next. You will hear snippets of music that seem to come from nowhere, or you will hear a single phrase, a piece of a conversation, whispered in your ear when no one is around. This is not tinnitus or an auditory hallucination. It is called clairaudience. You are overhearing fragments of your future. The phrase you hear might be the exact words of advice you will need to hear next week. The music might be the song that will be playing during a pivotal future moment. These are auditory breadcrumbs leading you forward. Your physical body will experience this merging as well. You will have sudden, unexplained flashes of emotion. A wave of profound joy will wash over you for no apparent reason while you are doing a mundane task. This is you in the present, feeling the emotional resonance of a future victory. Conversely, a sudden pang of sadness or caution can be a warning, a physical message from your future self to pay attention, to change course. You will also begin to see things, not full-blown visions, but shimmers in the air, a fleeting glimpse of a geometric pattern overlaid on your vision, or a momentary transparency in an object. You are literally seeing the fabric of this reality thinning. You are seeing the code behind the matrix. The most powerful manifestation of this sensory awakening is the change in your own reflection. You will look in the mirror, and for a split second, you will not recognize yourself. You will see a flicker of an older, wiser, more powerful set of eyes staring back. The face will seem subtly different, more serene, more knowing. This is not a trick of the light. You are catching a glimpse of your future self, the one who is sending the transmissions. You are seeing the being you are becoming. Do not be frightened by these experiences. Embrace them. They are proof that the integration is successful. The dream is no longer a separate place you visit. You are becoming the dream. You are pulling your future into your present with every awakened sense. Chapter 7, Walking into Memory. The time for passive reception is over. The time for decoding and interpretation is coming to a close. You have received the transmissions. You have endured the training simulations. You have learned to bypass the interference. You now stand at the threshold of the final and most profound stage of this process. You are no longer just dreaming of the future. You are about to consciously and physically walk into the memories you have been shown. The line between the preview and the event itself has dissolved. What was once a dream is now your impending reality. This phase is defined by a feeling of profound inevitability. The anxiety of the unknown will be replaced by a calm certainty. The choices you make will feel less like decisions and more like fulfillments. You will find yourself moving toward a goal, not with desperate striving, but with the quiet confidence of someone who is simply arriving at a prearranged destination. This is because you have seen it all before. The conversation you were nervous about will unfold exactly as you dreamed it. The opportunity that seemed like a long shot will appear as a natural next step. The person you saw in a dream will walk into your life, and the recognition will be instant and absolute. This is the ultimate test of your faith in the process. When these moments arrive, the system's final defense mechanism will activate. Doubt disguised as logic. Your mind will try to rationalize it, to call it a coincidence, to explain it away. It will try to convince you to revert to your old way of being, to react with surprise or skepticism. You must not. You must greet these moments with the quiet power of recognition. When the prophesied event occurs, you must meet it with a sense of familiarity. You have been here before. You know how this scene plays out. This allows you to navigate it from a position of immense power, not as a reactor, but as a conscious co-creator who already knows the outcome. The people around you will not understand. They will see your calm in the face of chaos as detachment. They will see your confidence in the face of uncertainty as arrogance. They will not see that you are operating from a different set of information. You are not guessing, you are remembering. Your journey is no longer about preparing for the future. It is about allowing the future you have already prepared to manifest through you. Release the need to control every detail. The logistics have already been orchestrated by the future you who stands on the other side of victory. Your only task now is to follow the light on the path before you, to step boldly into the scenes your soul has already previewed in dreams. The fear has fallen away. The preparation is complete. You are no longer a student of your destiny. You are its living embodiment. This next step is not a plunge into the unknown. It is a return to a memory, one you were always meant to walk into.